Start our journey. I know who I am. I know. We have we have taken for granted. I know who I am. Ah, you know it. Yes, I know it. Then why you are in stress? Why you have anxiety? Why you have duality? When you know your home address, when you know your gender, when you know your age, is there any reason to be anxious, anxiety, duality, and a conflict? Since our birth, as we grow, we develop our false I, and Master says it is foolishness. We have to be a seeker in the journey. First question we should ask, do I know myself? Yes, I know. The moment the mind claims I know, and then you have an anxiety, stress, duality, and a conflict, how dare mind you say that? Either what you know is wrong, or you are in a delusion. So if I get rid of the delusion, that is the process of becoming a seeker. If I don't become a seeker, no chance of why no chance. We have to be very logical. Why there is no chance? I can listen to you, I can understand. Why? Knowledge will not stay. Knowledge of this Eastern wisdom, knowledge that I am the real self, knowledge that I am the permanent peace, happiness, love, and wisdom will never stay in your mind. That falls short of awakening. So we think, we dream, we have a delusion that I will awaken if I do this. No, I have to be very clear whether I know who I am. But the mind from the back door makes an entry. I know who I am. I look at my honey. He or she is not doing. I'm doing. I'm intelligent. I'm intelligent. Oh, look at my son. He doesn't understand. Do you understand? Yes, I understand. Do you have anxiety? Yes, I have anxiety. Then you do not understand. Is it clear? I have to remember this. But why I can't remember? Knowledge will not stay unless the ignorance is gone. You can study, you can buy these books and you can study. Oh, that is why we say we have a master and a disciple tradition. Unexamined life is a life programmed by the nature. Now, what is unexamined life? I have taken for granted that I know who I am. So, this is an unexamined life. So the nature has programmed since our birth, which is a necessary evil. It is necessary. It is a great helper. Why? Otherwise, I should not have cried. Mom should not have given me, fed me the milk. I need that. It is a necessary evil as we are born, as we grow and develop this I-ness. As we grow, we talk in terms of I am and I have to do this and I will do this. So there comes the rule of the intellect. The free will has to take over. The intellect has to take over. But what about animals? Forget about animals. We are not animals. Animals will remain as they are since their birth until the death. The lion will remain lion. Tiger will remain tiger. Cows will remain cows. Cows will continue to eat grass until their death. You already heard about the mad cow disease, you know. Oh, we try to be more intelligent, so we fed the cows the meat, and then we have the mad cow disease. But we have a choice because of the intellect. So what the intellect says that when I examine, I'm not the body-mind complex. I'm the real self. I'm the pure consciousness. So this I am the consciousness, I am of the nature of peace and happiness will not stay in your mind as long as there is an ignorance, as long as I claim I am the body and the mind. That is why we need to listen and learn, contemplate and reflect, practice. So we have to reorient our life since the day I wake up in the morning. It is not that you wake up in the morning on your bed and you have a subconscious idea and the delusion that I am the body mind complex that will go in your professional and personal life, and it will cause your anxiety, duality, and a conflict. It's not easy to get rid of it. And that is why I discussed about the 4 types of seekers. So how the masters helps us to know, yes, this is the way. 4 types of seeker. First level of the seeker is distress. I have a lot of problem with in my relationship, in my personal life, in my professional life, in my social life. I have a lot of problem with the body, even though I know that I am not the body, but I have a problem with the body. My mind is overwhelmed with it. So I want a solution, and that is why I have entered into the Eastern wisdom to find a solution. So those people wants to get rid of, they want a bit of relaxation and calmness. Oh, let me practice meditation. I practiced meditation 10 years ago. Then what happened? Nothing happened. So that category is the category of a distressed people, struggler. They all, oh, life is a struggle. They become great philosophers. Life is a struggle. So, life is a struggle for Bill Gates also, Elon Musk also. Can you compare yourself with that? So we create a delusion. So struggler always lives in a great delusion. They see the water in the mirage. They are scared the highway is running behind them while they are driving. Their honey is talking, oh, he or she is talking about me. Struggler. They create the struggle on their own. What I have to do? Let them talk. Second category, we can say the achievers in the modern age. Modern age. What are those achievers? They are doing good at their financial or family level, more or less good, but they want to achieve the greater heights in terms of recognition, means authority, in terms of finances, means the money, and all kinds of pleasures. So that category also enters into the Eastern wisdom. Is there anything for me to achieve greater heights? So they are looking outside. Third type of the seeker is the real. I want to know. I have a lot of problems. Everyone has a problem. I am well placed in my social life, but still I want to know who I am. I have doubt about what I feel I am, what I know I am. So I want to know what is the real nature. They are the real seekers. their focus, their resolve. Because they have a belief, even in case of you are a seeker, so physical challenges, mental and emotional. Okay, that is, let me keep it aside. Let me find out who am I first. Because if I know who I am, I will not remain as a struggler. I will redefine what it means by being an achiever. Fourth type of the seeker, they are well placed. You can say them, they are the knowers. They are in a transition. They 100% know. Nothing outside, nothing from the external world can cause them any anxiety, fear, failure, frustration, reaction. Even if it causes, within a second, they get rid of it. Impulsive nature. Can't I become angry? Yes. Yes, I do become angry. But the next moment, next second, there is a recognition, there is a realization, it is gone. Even the impression of that anger is gone. Nor, fourth category. Fourth category. So now, as the Dennis shared experiences in the last session, that we have millions of permutation and combinations of these four types. One gets excited and he said, "No, sir, you are a great master, so please, I will join all your sessions." After 3 sessions, they left. Seeker, permutation and combination. You see the four permutation, and Dennis rightly said, there are millions of permutation and combination. You are excited, you feel like that I will continue. And even the entire group says they will do, but they leave. One guy called me last week from India. He said, "Only you can take care of my son." Really? You remember me after 10 years and you say that only I can take care? I didn't say, but I was thinking, I said, very good, go ahead. My doctors, they have hided the problem of my son. And so what's the problem? Oh, they say that it is schizophrenia. Well, how come the doctor has to hide? You see, your diagnosis, they might have told you, you don't understand, it's a different thing. Nowhere it happens, especially in a medical profession, nowhere it happens. You are hiding from the society. Sir, I have total faith in you, I said. So my mind was thinking after 10 years, he has such a great faith. Thank you. I was saying into my mind, thank you. How can I be fooled? So when he narrated the story, and I told him that, do you think that I have a magic wand or a kind of a blessing that I will raise my hand and or your problem of your son will be over? What do you think? What do you think? I was not angry, but he told me that, oh, you seem to be upset and angry that I didn't call you before. I said, no. What do you think? Should I bless you? If my blessing will take care of this schizophrenia, then all the patients of schizophrenia will be, schizophrenia will be wiped out. Find out what kind of a seeker I am. This is what we do with the false I. I started the talk, I know who I am. So I meet people. He said, "You send me the report. Let me study the report, and then I will talk to you." I need minimum 2 hours every day for that person. It will help, yes. Answer is big yes, it will help. I have helped a lot of people, but it demands a consistency, a patience, a long hours of education, listening. Think. So his father called me. So father thinks that by saying that I say only you can take me, so you are increasing my ego. It will not work. And then you are saying that for the last 7 years your son is suffering, and then in one session it will do. Another seeker. So we have two seekers there. That is how we examine people. We understand. Think. Why I'm talking about this, so that I should think what is going on in my head. Am I really a seeker? What type of a seeker out of the four seekers, and what is the mixture? If you are 99% clear what type of a seeker you are, you only need 5 to 10 sessions. It took me 10 years to become a seeker. I, I was fool, and I'm still fool. I admit it. Gradually learning what the master is saying, why the master is saying, how it is saying, what should I do, where I should do, or how I should apply that in my daily life, in my behavior and attitude. That helped me. You can use the word grow spiritually. Oh, it took so many. But one thing is sure, every day you take few steps and you apply, you grow rich. You evolve into the calmness and the peace. You recognize your anxiety and you drop it. You recognize your reaction, you pacify it. So every day is such a great day in your life. You find that transformation, you find that change. And one day it comes, you say, what a great achievement, inner achievement, that you can meet any situation, any condition in your life. Then what happens with that confidence? Your past impression dissolves. Oh, what happened in the past is gone. Now I know how to deal with any situation. That makes you a great seeker. I have to self check. And that is why I have been telling you, my friends, please apply the teachings in your life. If you don't apply these teachings in your daily life, how to apply? You think, you speak, and act. I, I have to act in a different way in my professional life, in my personal life, in my family life. So, what is going to happen? It will change my behavior and attitude. So, what will happen if my behavior and attitude changes? My personality. Personality will change. My experience. Experience will change my stand. What is my stand? Who I am and who I am not. So then I will be able to drop my delusion. And every day you drop, you have a revelation. You wake up in the morning and you say, oh my goodness, my mind was too much obsessed with the sun or a honey. Shed it, drop it. You shed like a dog's hairs are shed naturally. You need not to make any effort because you have a realization, you have a recognition, you have an understanding. Oh, this is the delusion. Oh, leave it, drop it. You fought with your honey yesterday and now you go to the honey. Yes, I love you, I care. You forgot completely, it is gone. That is the evolution of the mind. In any situation, event, relations at workplace, in the family, with your friends and foes, you're there. Your presence is there. That will take you to. The first, that is why we have a first step. I told you, I've been repeating it again and again. I believe it is going into your head and you are thinking what? Study Eastern wisdom to study yourself. Believe me, it took me 10 years. People around me was thinking, this guy is crazy. He has already heard the master, but why he's going again? Why they thought like this? They had a big ego. They claim they know themselves. And majority of them are suffering now. So I'm just talking of something that is very deeper. It cannot be judged by the outer actions and behavior. Study Eastern wisdom to study yourself, study your behavior, your attitude, your thought, your ignorance, your delusion, your duality, your conflict, your reaction. And the moment you put yourself into the study of Eastern wisdom to study myself, okay, you are on the right path. It takes time. One has to follow it. One has to follow without disturbing your external, personal, professional, social life. Your professional life is an opportunity. You become more aware. Oh, this is the way I should talk and communicate. This is my intention. Your intention becomes clear. With your family, with your friends, in your relations. You live into higher awareness from inside, and from inside, the thought, speech, and action are expressed that changes your behavior and attitude. Study Eastern wisdom to study yourself. First step. Second step is that, so when I have studied, so I have to apply it. That is the second step. And there I gave you, what I gave you? The understanding of prarabdha. People understand that after a long, long journey. I gave you in the very beginning, prarabdha, past impression, yes. But remember, what has to happen, no one can prevent it, including any God. You have to prove. What is not going to happen? My mind says, I'm scared if this thing happens. What has not to happen will never happen in your life. So what happens? Your mind is empty now. What I have to do, I have to listen and learn from this weird guy, so you have a full attention of listening and learning. Now I have to go into the kitchen, so you have full attention in the kitchen. I have to teach, you have full attention as a teacher. Why? Because mind is already, what has to happen will happen. To move into that state of such a inner strength and a strong belief, what has to happen will definitely happen. No one can prevent it. And what is not going to happen will never happen in my life. No way. It will never happen in my life. So now, when I say to this, my mind is clear, my mind is empty, it doesn't mean that I become lazy. What is my role and duty and responsibility? Let me do it. In my personal life, in my professional and social life. So Prarabdha is working as a catalyst, as a power of knowledge that takes all your stress away. Why I have a stress, anxiety reaction? Because I have a lot of expectations from the world. I have a lot of expectations from the world. This should happen like this, according to my expectations, according to my liking, according to my disliking. You don't like a person who is near and dear you in the family, and still that person lives with you. You have no chance to leave. Destined. So now I have destined, so I use that as an opportunity to evolve myself. So my mind previously was thinking this guy should leave the house, but now your mind says this guy should continue to live in my house. Why? Because I'm evolving every day. I'm gaining endurance. I have no anxiety. I have no reaction at all. Where is the problem? It is not the guy who is causing the problem. It is my mindset is causing the problem. So then what happens? In every situation, in every relations, in any workplace, yes, you leave one job and you get another job. Not because of your mind is dictating you, but you are dictating the world with your awareness, with peace, and with harmony, with love. That is the second step in the journey. We have to cover the 40 steps, but first we understand these two steps clearly. We will lay a strong foundation. So the second step is known as the karma yoga. So yoga has, in Eastern wisdom, yoga has about 50 different meanings. So we have to find out what is the meaning of the word yoga when I use karma yoga. Yoga is not a union here. It is not a union here. Yoga is a process. Yoga is a union. Yoga is a state of consciousness. Yoga is dexterity. Oh, 50 meanings. But what is the meaning here? Karma means action, any action. Any action in your personal, professional, social, and family life. What is yoga means? Attitude. My attitude, inner attitude. Before I act, there is an attitude. Though I'm feeling totally sleepy, but still I will give you the lesson. Attitude. Huh? Attitude. Have you seen me any day in these years? Any day. The attitude is like I'm sleeping, feeling lazy. I attended this session late. I wait for you. My master used to say that there is only one person who waits for me, and that was I am. I used to reach when the meditation starts at 7, I used to reach at 6:30 because I have a lot of time. Now, I'm not saying that you should do this. You'll find it blank. I said, oh, well, let me go half an hour before. So half an hour, so I'll contemplate and reflect, what he taught me last time. So I have a reflection, I have a clarity. He made a statement amongst 300, 400 people that there is only one guy who waits for me, and you are the guys, I wait for you. To please come. I'm talking. I'm giving you the knowledge. I still remember that. So karma yoga means that attitude inside. Attitude, what is the attitude? The state of the mind. What is the state of the mind? So that state of the mind is not guided by the false eye. It is guided by the knowledge of the Eastern wisdom. That is karma yoga. Karma yoga is not that, I have a lot of money, so I spare some money to you. Because, I'm helping you. So your false eye is taking care of it. False eye plus the money, egoistic attitude. Are you thinking, are you serving people? Yes. At the outer level, it is serving. I've seen this guy with how much? He is 32, 33 years old. He earns about $10 million a year, and out of 10, he donates $1 million to some social organizations that I don't want to name it. He brags it and he says, I do it. And then I asked one day, then why you have stress? Attitude. Attitude. Mental state. So my mental state as if I am helping those people, nobody can help. Why? Prarabdha. If I get help from you, I will definitely get. It is destined. You cannot stop it. Now I am working with that attitude. Even if you have to pay me a little, you have to pay. You have that much of ability to pay me a little, or you have that much of ability to pay me more. So it's okay. It's a part of the journey. So we give lot of excuses and reasons. Second step, karma yoga. First step, study Eastern wisdom, to study myself at every point. Thought, feeling, emotion, responses, reaction, anger, anxiety. Anger is also a response. Reaction is also a response. Pleasure, seeking pleasure is also one thing. So I have to understand. That is why the Eastern wisdom is. And second step, then I have to apply. After understanding, I have to apply. That is the karma yoga. And in that karma yoga, I introduced this principle of prarabdha, and once you follow this, just now I'm saying you, my friends, okay, what has to happen will definitely happen. No one can prevent it. You have that attitude, mental state. Then you get a call from the doctor. Oh, you have such a bad report. Can you come to me? Yes, I can come. Mental attitude. Attitude is clear. Go to the doctor. You have very high cholesterol. In that clarity, your mind recalls, because of the pleasure seeking from the food, specific food items, for over a period of 10 to 15 years has caused me this. So now you are very clear, and let me handle this. So now you want more knowledge and information. Is it possible that I should? Yes, doctor says you can do this. So you start with the physical exercises, you take your measured diet, well, and ultimately you recover. But still, prarabdha. Are you understanding that? These are the two steps which will continue to transform you. You cannot leave the journey of East and West. It is so powerful. Close your eyes and place of the body and the position. Place awareness of the space all around you and position of the body. So you are aware of the position. Why are you doing this? You want to drop that I-ness living in the mind is causing the distraction and the wandering. You see how I am explaining you in a different way? And then the posture, being comfortable. You are comfortable. The moment I say you are comfortable, you are comfortable. You are carefree. You are carefree. Your mind recalls that knowledge. Don't you recall? Doesn't your mind recall the knowledge while driving to your home? No, without non-verbally. Oh, now I have to take right. Now I have to take left, and here the third house is mine. Did you reach to that state of being comfortable and carefree? Say to yourself, don't answer me. If you have reached to that state, you are doing good. And then we alarm the intellect. We warn the intellect, or you can say we alarm the intellect, or we are aware. What we are aware? First neighbor, the world outside. You are neighbor. How the neighbor can dictate over me? You see, your intellect knows it. Intellect understands it, but the mind overpowers. Why the mind overpowers? Because of the nature of level of our seeker. You have a result here and now. It will not come after the practice. Second neighbor. So your intellect clearly says, neighbor is neighbor. I cannot be the neighbor. And I'm addressing the second neighbor as your physical body. And the mind experiences the discomfort in the body, and you have an endurance coming from the intellect, and it is holding it. Finished. Third neighbor is the energy, prana, that lives all the time in the mind. I told you, desire is the impurity of prana in the mind. What is that desire? My all past impressions, and there I have a catalyst of prarabdha. Fourth neighbor is the mind, pain and pleasure, dual concept of duality, feeling of duality, experience of pain, pleasure, profit, loss, victory, default, is caused by the mind only. That duality is not present in the animals. They don't have a confusion. Cow does not have a confusion to eat flesh or grass. Tiger does not have a confusion. Do we have confusion? No, I don't have any confusion. I know it very well. Fifth neighbor is the likes and dislikes, and I-ness, the intellect and I thought. And the sixth neighbor is the ignorance. Your mind will become pure when you recognize all these are six neighbors, not me. And then you change the perception. When you change the perception, that is the right moment. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. May there be happiness for all. Can you recall? I wanted to tell you something little more in relationship to the prarabdha. When I said what has to happen will definitely happen, what has not to happen, but the mind fears will happen, will never happen. This is in the field of a change. Clear? Now, may there be happiness for all. That is permanent happiness, that is uncreated, that is all-pervading, that is not going to change. So we are looking for that happiness which is not impacted, dictated by any change or prarabdha. Oh, this is what you are saying. Yes, Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir. May there be peace for all. You do it. You have a good job and the boss reacts to you, becomes angry over you. So you have a duality. You hate the boss and still you are able to maintain the peace and calm. Let him say anything. Damn it. But that is not what we are talking about. Did I tell you karma yoga? Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Purnam. May there be completeness. Does sense of completeness, the state of completeness, idea of completeness, knowledge of completeness gives you something about the prarabdha also? Yes. I'm complete in myself. When you believe prarabdha, it means I'm complete in myself. Finished. Why? What has to happen will happen to the body, mind, intellect, ego, not to me. That is the message. If you have been following and reflecting on the different meanings of the Shanti mantra over the last 5 or 6 months, you are already evolving. If not, that is also good. That is how my profession continues. So, it's better not to do it and continue to attend the session. So, Sarvesham Mangalam bhavatu sarvesham, mangalam bhavatu. May there be an auspiciousness for all. So now we'll move to the second stage of this. Look deep inside the forehead first. Start dropping mantra Om Shanti with a pause. Om Shanti, Om Shanti. So on one part of the mind is dropping Om Shanti with awareness of stillness in the body, and the second part of the mind here, you start breathing long and deep and hissing breath into the belly. Let us continue doing it and remember the endurance. Body is not moving at all. They give you these small indicators what type of a seeker we are. Continue, my friends. Long, deep in the hissing breath. How do you know your inhalation and exhalation is of equal duration? And you squeeze your belly, it touches the spine. It's not fast expulsion. We are not doing breath of fire of breath, whatever you say. And when you inhale, your belly expands, you feel the stretching. And you squeeze the belly, you feel the pressure. So it's a long, deep, and the hissing breath into your belly. Om Shanti continues, and the stillness in the body also continues. Think of it, just so gradually we are purifying the mind. We are raising our level of awareness. Desire or expectations or attachment is the impurity of prana in the mind. Oh, so my mind is impure. No, but I'm dropping Om Shanti. Yes, you're purifying. And I'm doing the breathing. Why? I'm removing those expectations and attachment. I laid already the foundation by how? By the Shanti mantra. See the clarity. If you are clear and stop it, just do nothing. Awareness on the flow of the breath. Checking the flow of the breath is equal. Not equal, still you keep your awareness on the flow of the breath. Then move the mind and the entire body from the top of the head to the toes and experiencing sensation, variety of sensation, maybe of calmness, relaxation, etc., etc. Just experience, don't run after them. Now looking again, continue with Om Shanti deep inside the forehead, keep the body still, and start doing the belly breathing again. Second round. Please continue. Here, breathing long, deep in the hissing, inhalation and exhalation are of equal duration. It's not a jerk and no fast expulsion of the breath. Why? That brings a tremendous change in your mind. Om Shanti continues, stillness in the body continues. Now stop the breath, allow the breath to be normal. Keep your awareness on the flow of the breath. Om Shanti continues and experience the changes. Whenever there is any change in the mind or the mental state, it reflects on the body, whether you notice it or you don't notice. And we already know it. Say, for example, if you care me, your eyes, your face, expression, your gesture, everything is different. Or do I notice that? Yes, I notice myself first. Now the third round, looking deep inside the forehead, Om Shanti, and start breathing long, deep, and hissing into the belly. Don't leave it. Your mind will, if the mind says, no, I cannot do it, I don't want to do it. Did you recognize this is the false I which wants to live in the comfort zone? You break it, you have a fear and frustration. But we are doing the step, so that will not go back to the fear and the frustration. You see that commitment, the seeker, explorer, out of the four types in journal, millions of types in particular. On a given day, it is possible that your mind, because of the permutation and combination, your mind is frustrated, you stop doing it. So then you recognize you have a will and you say, I will continue to do it this week, not only once, but twice. That will bring hasten the process of evolution. Anyhow, you know all that. No jerk, long, deep, and hissing breath. Om Shanti continues. And also the stillness in the body continues. With your intellect is playing a vital role. Endurance to joy of doing. Mind is prevented to play a role of frustration reaction. I believe you're getting it. And now stop it. Stop. Allow the breath to be normal. Continue with Om Shanti. Feel and experience the changes in the body. It may be in terms of the vision, colors, tingling sensation, heaviness, lightness. Sometimes you may feel, one person reported me last week in another session, individual session, that I feel the body has become 10 times bigger. So yes, we need not to get carried away by those experiences. Later on, we understand why this happens. And now, looking at the 16 segments of fingers, you're dropping Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. We are still doing Om Shanti instead of inside the forehead in the space, you are dropping on the 16 segments of fingers and continue to be aware that your body doesn't move in that state. Why? A slight movement of the body changes the focus of the prana. So then you don't get an experience of the prana or the energy vibes on these 16 segments of fingers. Even if you have a lot of thoughts, you don't get it. On a given day, you'll find the mind is clear, body remains in that state, and you are dropping Om Shanti. You'll find a tremendous upsurge of energy or maybe a vision. Now looking inside the cave of your heart, triangle of any color, visualize moving the mind on the side of a triangle, dropping Om Shanti, clockwise and anti-clockwise, waiting to experience that mind is sinking. If it is so, that is the right moment. Mentally, pushing the mind deep inside the cave of your heart, mind seemingly stops. You drop Shanti, stop doing anything. You are into a different state and stay there in that state. Well, if the mind is distracted, wandering again, it is overwhelming. Oh, yes, go back to the triangle, sink it, and then return again. It's not a big deal. We realize there is a problem in the mind because of the past impression, and we already keep the state. We are already aware it is what has to happen will continue to happen, but doesn't mean I will not work on the mind. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand, your mind on the left hand. Lift your Buddha palms, place it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside the palm. Know your experiences. Bring the hands down. How are you, Brandy? Sami, don't go anywhere. Yes.
I'm good, thank you. The nugget I got today from the lesson was just in the simplest terms. It's not anything external that creates the problem, it's the mind. And so maybe that indicates where I am on the spectrum of being a seeker, because I know from day to day I have work to do. Even during my meditation today, I was like, okay, all right, bringing it back. So thank you.
Yes, a very recognition, oh, where I am on the path of becoming a seeker. What it means? It points you to those reactive, anxious, fearful, frustration thoughts. The moment you recognize, it starts decreasing. Because now I have a recognition. When I recognize there's a snake, what should I do? I should embrace it? No. That is what happens. This is what the master is saying. It's a very subtle process. Very good. Thank you for sharing. How are you, Samir? Sometimes people slip, so I request them to stay.
Sir, I think thoughts start decreasing when you are understanding more and more about the truth of this meditation and life, and what you can do and what is in your hands.
Yes,
and what is not in your hands.
That's a very good reflection and a perfect example. We don't have a thought about our gender, we know it. So the mind is clear. Where is our house? We are clear. Just two examples. There are millions of examples like this. So the same thing happens. Oh, why anxiety? Why reaction? Why? You recognize and it drops. Are you ever?
Thank you, sir. The mind was calm, and the understanding is like when I study myself, so I see my mind from a logical point of view rather than from an emotional point of view. So I'll see things like I start getting logical answers for the problems that I'm seeing instead of mind attaching towards my false self.
Yes, you are perfectly right, and I should make a statement. It is necessary. The modern science cries a lot about emotional intelligence, emotional quotient, and they also talk a lot about IQ. It is nothing but just the understanding. Are you carried away by the mind or emotions, or are you carried away by the knowledge, intellect? Simplest way. You see, if you if you hire a coach, they will say, "I will increase your EQ and also the IQ." because you don't understand, because you feel they understand. And it is so easy. Eastern wisdom doesn't hide anything, it makes everything available to you. How are you, Christina?
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I think faith and patience come to mind today. I had many racing thoughts, a lot of anxiety, and I was so excited to come to session today and had practiced this morning too, and just to feel the difference.
Feel the difference.
Is just reestablishes my faith in the Eastern wisdom.
Oh, beautiful. Thanks God that you did not feel bad what I said about EQ and IQ, because you are a psychotherapist. And the second thing, did you recognize you are excited to get rid of your anxiety to attend the session? Out of the 4 types, which type you belong to? So every type, that is why even our masters, this master is Krishna, who wrote Gita, and the text is around almost 3,000 years old. He said there are 4 types of seekers 3,000 years ago. So he categorized that even the distressed will be benefited. That is the beauty of this journey. So we talk of those absolute principles have been validated, experimented thousands of times. Buddha experimented in a different way. It's not the time to talk that how both principles can be compared and complemented. How are you, Terry?
I really appreciated the statement about why we don't have to have any fear.
Yes.
I really appreciate that. And a couple of times I got lost, like I don't know, my thoughts went somewhere, and then I thought, oh, where did I go? So I don't know if I missed something.
Yes, you are right. Your mind does not attach to the problems that you have in the body. It comes by the thought and the feeling and emotions and the past impressions. And if you reaches to that higher level of awareness of dissociation at the mental level from the body, how dare the body can move? Let the medical science say anything that they want to say. I agree with them, because if I don't say, they will sue me. So it's better to say I agree with them. Let me agree with them. But you have to agree this point also. You agree with them. Let your doctors take care of you. Whatever they say, okay, let me try. Let me use this. But at the same time, follow this also. You are following this, and you will have a tremendous change in your life. How are you, Sangeeta?
सर अब ना जैसे लगता है कि इवॉल्व हो रही हूँ. जैसे पहले रिएक्शन होता था, अब रिएक्शन तो बिल्कुल नहीं होता. तो रिस्पॉन्स करती हूँ कि थोड़ा रुक के कोई भी है तो वेट करके, और रिएक्शन तो बंद हो गया.
Yes, what she is saying that all her reactions have dissolved, and especially in relationship to the members of their family. That is also prarabdha. What is destined to happen, it is happening. Let it happen. You are saying that I'm crazy. Yes, I'm more crazy than you think. Now, can you understand the import of this sentence? I have been saying it long time. Understand that can you recognize the power of the mind, or you can say whatever modern science says, EQ or emotional quotient. Can you recognize emotional quotient? If someone says you crazy and you are looking at him or her and you say, I'm more crazy than you think, my friend. Can you recognize the level of emotional quotient? Do you need a laboratory and a questionnaire and a battery to check? Think. That is the beauty of the Eastern wisdom. You don't need a battery to be applied. What is the score? What is the score? Now, even though I was doing the same thing with I have the master's in psychology, so I'm not criticizing, but I'm comparing the approach. The approach is, so with that approach, if we live, the life has totally a different perspective. That is all for today. Thank you very much. And thank you very much. We'll meet again
Thank you, sir.
in the next.